The St. Lucia Manufacturers Association's 4th Biennial Quality Awards presentation is made possible through the invaluable support of our premier sponsors. Premier sponsors: Bank of St. Lucia Limited, Invest St. Lucia Distillers Limited. Gold sponsors: Baron Foods Limited, CPJ St. Lucia Limited, Duboulet's Bottling Company Limited, St. Lucia Electricity Service Limited, and Winwood and Leeward Brewery Limited. Silver sponsors: Harris Paint St. Lucia Limited, Top Stone Fabrication Limited, St. Lucia Linen Services Limited. Bronze sponsor: Massey Stores St. Lucia Limited. Collateral sponsor: Abby's Exotic Blends, Digicel St. Lucia Limited, Ferrance Food Products Limited, Grew Industries 1989 Limited, Star Publishing Company. Ladies and gentlemen, our treasured sponsors.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second half of our awards ceremony tonight, and reminding you that we are streaming live on Calabash TV, YouTube. So now over to All Biz with their video presentation.
The SMA Quality Awards recognizes St. Lucian businesses in the manufacturing sector for performance excellence. The awards will be given by and managed by the St. Lucia Manufacturers Association. Awards may be given across 5 eligibility categories. They are leadership, implementation of standards and best practices, product and customer service quality, human resource development, social responsibility, and eco-manufacturing awards. The award promotes awareness of performance excellence as an increasingly important element in competitiveness. It also promotes the sharing of successful performance strategies and the benefits derived from using these strategies. The awards program has 3 levels: Gold, Platinum, and Diamond. As the level increases, the criteria indicate a greater challenge for the organization to satisfy excellence and quality performance requirements. Attainment of the Gold Award demonstrates that the company addresses basic processes linked to the basic elements of quality improvements. Achievement of the Platinum Award demonstrates that the company's strategy builds on the element of quality, emphasizes key elements of customer-centered products and services, creating consistency in products quality through standardized processes, and involving customers and staff in decision-making. The Diamond Award is presented to companies that demonstrate all of the above, as well as focusing on the achievement of quality by monitoring outcomes, as well as using evidence and best practices for continual improvements. There are 15 participating companies. They are Abby's Exotic Blends, Baron Foods St. Lucia Limited, Caribbean Awning Production Company Limited, Duboulet's Bottling Company Limited, Francis Rubb, Harris Paints St. Lucia Limited, Highland Poultry Farm Limited, NACMED Limited, St. Lucia Distillers Limited, St. Lucia Linen Services Limited, Ms. Central's Creole Delights, Sunfresh Limited. Topstone Fabrication Limited. The Trophy Center. And Windward and Leeward Brewery Limited. This year, the larger companies were judged separately so that the medium and micro companies do not feel that they are competing with the larger establishments. The scoring system was used to determine the first, second, and third place winners.
And to present the awards for product and customer service quality, our presenters are Ms. Sunita Daniel, Director of the Trade Export Promotion Agency, and Mr. Titus Priville, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Commerce.
Quality is judged by the customers. The company should therefore take into account all product and service features that contribute value to its customers and lead to customer satisfaction, referral, and loyalty. The participants in this category are Abby's Exotic Blends, Baron Foods St. Lucia Limited, Caribbean Awning Production Company Limited, Duvalet's Bottling Company Limited, Francis Rubb, Harris Paints St. Lucia Limited, Highland Poultry Farm Limited, NatMed Limited, St. Lucia Distillers Limited, St. Lucia Linen Service Limited, Ms. St. Rose Creole Delights, Sunfresh Limited, Topstone Fabrication Limited, The Trophy Center, and Windward and Leeward Brewery Limited.
The gold awards in this category go to two companies, the first of which is Abby's Exotic Blends. And the second company, the recipient of the gold award, Francis Rubb. Congratulations. The Platinum Award in this category goes to two companies. St. Lucia Linen Services Limited is one of them. And the second recipient of the Platinum Award, Miss St. Rose Creole Delights. The Diamond Awards in this category, the awards go to the following companies: Caribbean Awning Production Company Limited, I will call on the various companies, and as they come to the stage, you will applaud for them. Harris Paints St. Lucia Limited as well. Highline Poultry Farm Limited. Here we have Caribbean Awning Production Company Limited. NatMed Limited. Sunfresh Limited. Topstone Fabrication Limited. And the Trophy Center. So we've seen Caribbean Awning Production Company Limited. Let's have it for Harris Paints St. Lucia Limited. Highline Poultry Farm Limited. NatMed Limited. Sunfresh Limited. Top Stone Fabrication Limited. And the Trophy Center. The large companies participating in this category are Baron Foods St. Lucia Limited, Jubilee's Bottling Company Limited, St. Lucia Distillers Limited, and Windward and Leeward Brewery Limited. And these are the companies which placed. In third place, Windward and Leeward Brewery Limited. In second place, Jubilee's Bottling Company Limited. And in first place, Baron Foods St. Lucia Limited. And now we move to the second set of awards as we go to video.
Human resource development, valuing people and partners. A company should seek to involve employees in enhancing performance and customer satisfaction. Meeting the company's performance goals requires a fully committed and skilled workforce. Reward and recognition systems need to reinforce employee participation in achieving the company's goals. The health, well-being and motivation of employees should also form part of the company's continuous improvement objectives. The participants in this category are Baron Foods Limited, Caribbean Awning Production Company Limited, Jubilee's Bottling Company Limited, Harris Spades St. Lucia Limited, Highland Poultry Farm Limited, NatMed Limited, St. Lucia Distillers Limited, St. Lucia Linen Services Limited, Sunfresh Limited, Top Stone Fabrication Limited, the Trophy Center, and Windward and Leeward Brewery Limited.
To present the awards for implementation of standards and best practices, the presenters are Dr. Thomas Samuel, Ministry of Commerce, and Mrs. Zamala Joseph, Head of Department Standards Development of the St. Lucia Bureau of Standards. The gold awards in this category go to Highline Poultry Farm Limited, also get ready, St. Lucia Linen Services Limited, let's hear it, folks, for Highline Poultry Farm Limited. Give it up to St. Lucia Linen Services Limited. And the Trophy Center. The Platinum Awards in this category go to NatMed Limited, The award also goes to Sunfresh Limited. The Diamond Awards go to 3 companies. Caribbean Awning Production Company Limited is one. Harris Paints, St. Lucia Limited. Thank you, Harris Paints. And Topstone Fabrication Limited. The large companies participating in this category are Baron Foods, St. Lucia Limited, Double A's Bottling Company Limited, St. Lucia Distillers Limited, and Windward and Leeward Brewery Limited. The third place position goes to St. Lucia Distillers Limited. Second place goes to Windward and Leeward Brewery Limited. And in first place, Baron Foods, St. Lucia Limited. To present our awards for standards and best practices, the presenters are Mrs. Siobhan James Alexander, Country Manager of Digicel, and Mr. Bernard Lacobinier, Managing Director of Bank of St. Lucia Limited.
Productivity depends largely on the scope and adequacy of standards in this area. These include technical standards that deal with processes, material, and tools to include the movement of material and storage and operator safety, and managerial standards that deal with operational procedures and systems in the company. The use of standards in production should demonstrate streamlining of production methods and the use of standardized equipment, which should result in increased productivity, better utilization of machine capacity, simplification of processes, scheduling, production control, and production reporting. The participants in this category are Abbey's Exotic Blends, Baron Foods, St. Lucia Limited, Caribbean Awning Production Company Limited, Dublay's Bottling Company Limited, Harris Paints, St. Lucia Limited, Highland Poultry Farm Limited, Natmed Limited, St. Lucia Distillers Limited, St. Lucia Linen Services Limited, Miss St. Rose Creole Delights, Sunfresh Limited, Topstone Fabrication Limited, The Trophy Center, and Windward and Leeward Brewery Limited.
The Gold Award in this category goes to Abbey's Exotic Blends. The Platinum Awards go to 3 companies. Highline Poultry Farm Limited is one. Proud. St. Lucia Linen Services Limited, and the Trophy Center. Of course, in the interest of time, I'll be calling out the various companies so that you can get ready to come up, and as you come, we will applaud for you. The Diamond Awards go to the following companies: Caribbean Awning Production Company Limited, Harris Paints St. Lucia Limited, Miss St. Rose Creole Delights, Nat Med Limited, Sunfresh Limited, and we have Caribbean Awning Production Company Limited getting theirs. And the final Diamond Award goes to Topstone Fabrication Limited. And now let's show Harris Paints St. Lucia Limited some love. Followed by Miss St. Rose Creole Delights. Nat Med Limited. And now Sunfresh Limited. And the last company in the Diamond Award section, Topstone Fabrication Limited. The large companies participating in this category are Baron Foods Limited, Double A's Bottling Company Limited, St. Lucia Distillers Limited, and Windward and Leeward Brewery Limited. In third place, Windward and Leeward Brewery Limited. In second place, Double A's Bottling Company Limited. And in first place, Baron Foods Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, we are halfway with these awards, so we now go to the longest word in the English language, a word from our sponsors.
The St. Lucia Manufacturers Association's 4th Biennial Quality Awards presentation is made possible through the invaluable support of our premier sponsors. Premier sponsors: Bank of St. Lucia Limited, Invest St. Lucia Distillers Limited. Gold sponsors: Baron Foods Limited, CPJ St. Lucia Limited, Double A's Bottling Company Limited, St. Lucia Electricity Service Limited, and Windward and Leeward Brewery Limited. Silver sponsors: Harris Paints St. Lucia Limited, Topstone Fabrication Limited, St. Lucia Linen Services Limited. Bronze sponsor: Massey Stores St. Lucia Limited. Collateral sponsor: Abby's Exotic Blends, Digicel St. Lucia Limited, Ference Food Products Limited, Grew Industries 1989 Limited, Star Publishing Company. Ladies and gentlemen, our treasured sponsors.
You have to clap for that. And now to present the awards for social responsibility, the presenter is Mr. Jody Boodoo, Deputy Chairman, Invest St. Lucia.
Companies should be responsible to its employees, the society, community, and the environment, and therefore should practice good corporate citizenship. The approach covers business ethics, the protection of public health, safety, the environment, community services, and the sharing of best practices with the business community. This also includes consideration of the potential adverse impact on public health, safety, and the environment as a result of the company's operations, as well as the life cycle of its products and services. In addition, companies need to emphasize resource conservation and waste reduction. The participating companies in this category are Baron Foods St. Lucia Limited, Caribbean Awning Production Company Limited, Dubouillet's Bottling Company Limited, Harris Paints St. Lucia Limited, Natsmed Limited, St. Lucia Distillers Limited, St. Lucia Linen Services Limited, Sunfresh Limited, Topstone Fabrication Limited, The Trophy Center, and Windward and Leeward Brewery Limited.
The Gold Awards in this category. These awards go to two companies. Sunfresh Limited is one of them. And the second Gold Award, the Trophy Center. The Platinum Awards for Social Responsibility, two companies. Natsmed Limited is one. And the Topstone Fabrication Limited is the other Platinum awardee. The Diamond Award for Social Responsibility goes to three companies. Caribbean Awning Production Company Limited is one of them. The second company, Harris Paints St. Lucia Limited. And St. Lucia Linen Services Limited. The large companies participating in this category are Baron Foods Limited, Dubouillet's Bottling Company Limited, and St. Lucia Distillers Limited, with Windward and Leeward Brewery also in there. In third place, Windward and Leeward Brewery. And we have a tie for second place, and that tie is between Baron Foods Limited and St. Lucia Distillers Limited. So would both of you please come up? And with a tie for second place, I guess the phrase is, the cheese stands alone. Dubouillet's Bottling Company Limited in first place, large company for social responsibility. I'd like to thank Mr. Jody Bodo, folks, Deputy Chairman of Invest St. Lucia, for presenting. So now we go over to video, where we look at Leadership Awards.
Company senior leaders need to set direction and create customer focus, clear and visible values, and high expectations. They need to develop strategies and methods for achieving excellence, stimulating innovation, and building knowledge and capabilities. The values and strategies should guide all activities and decisions of the company. The participating companies in this category are Abby's Exotic Blends, Baron Foods, St. Lucia Limited, Caribbean Awning Production Company Limited, Dublay's Bottling Company Limited, Harris Paints, St. Lucia Limited, Highland Poultry Farm Limited, Natsmet Limited, St. Lucia Distillers Limited, St. Lucia Linen Services Limited, Sunfresh Limited, Topstone Fabrication Limited, and Windward and Leeward Brewery Limited.
To present the awards for leadership, the presenter is Mr. Mark Maloney, Managing Director of Preconco Limited. The Gold Award goes to Abby's Exotic Blends. The Platinum Award goes to 3 companies. NatMed Limited. NatMed Limited, ladies and gentlemen. Onto the stage, St. Lucia Linen Services Limited. Oh, double duty tonight. They've done that a lot before, so they rehearse, they choreograph it. The Diamond Award goes to 4 companies. Caribbean Awning Production Company Limited, Harris Paints St. Lucia Limited, Highline Poultry Farm Limited, and Sunfresh Limited. Could you please come up in that order? Caribbean Awning Production Company Limited. Next is Harris Paints St. Lucia Limited. Highline Poultry Farm Limited. Well done, Highline. And Sunfresh Limited. The large companies participating in this category are Baron Foods St. Lucia Limited, Dublay's Bottling Company Limited, St. Lucia Distillers Limited, and Windward and Leeward Brewery Limited. In third place, Windward and Leeward Brewery Limited. In second place, Dublay's Bottling Company Limited. And in first place, Baron Foods St. Lucia Limited. Thank you, Mr. Maloney. Thank you very much, sir, for being our presenter of the Leadership Award. And now we go to screen for the Lawson Cauldron Eco Manufacturing Award.
The Lawson Cauldron Eco Manufacturing Award is being awarded to encourage manufacturers to consider the environment in the conduct of business. The companies are being recognized for implementing eco-manufacturing practices that look at structure and design of the factory, recycling of waste material, waste disposal, efficient use of natural resources, and the use of renewable energy. The participating companies are Caribbean Awning Production Company Limited, Harris Paints, St. Lucia Limited, St. Lucia Linen Services Limited.
And now we call up for the Lawson Cauldron Eco Manufacturing Awards, the presenter, Mr. Medford Francis, Senior Manager, Investment Banking Services of Bank of St. Lucia Limited. There were 3 companies being rewarded. In 3rd place, Harris Paints St. Lucia Limited. Somebody there has 20/20 vision. In 2nd place, Caribbean Awning Production Company Limited. And in 1st place, St. Lucia Linen Services Limited. Thank you, Mr. Francis. Thank you very much for being a presenter. Thank you, sir. At this juncture, the Minister's Award for Innovation is next on the program. The Minister will be coming up to present the award, but before we do so, we will go to video, where we will view the first video, which speaks of the innovation criteria, and then the 3 companies vying for that prize. So right now, let's go to video, and after we'll call the Minister.
Innovation is about making changes to the company's products, services, processes, technology, and management practices to create new significant values for the company's stakeholders. Innovation focuses on leading the company to new dimensions of performance.
What is innovation? Innovation to us is not only the creation of technological products, services, and processes. That would be invention. Today, the term innovation has evolved into new definitions and dimensions of production and service. Baron Foods views innovation as much more than new product development. It is about reinventing business processes and building entirely new markets that meet untapped customer needs. Being customary of Baron Foods' Research and Development Department to develop innovative product ranges, Baron Foods has found it necessary and long overdue that comprehensive microbiology, chemical and research and development laboratories be implemented with components such as food quality monitoring, sensory analysis, as well as shelf life stability studies. The presence of such innovative additions is needed for readily available testing, which is required on a regular basis due to the nature of our food safety certification. The presence of these on-site laboratories will greatly lower the amount of revenue spent on out-of-island testing. Furthermore, these are the first food laboratories on the island of St. Lucia. Another aim of these laboratories will be to assist other food manufacturers in the OECS who do not have access to food laboratories to have their products tested at an affordable rate. In keeping with our mantra of becoming a true Caribbean brand, we have launched Baron Foods TNT Limited, our 3rd plant in the Caribbean. Being an export-oriented company, our attention was focused on bolstering our export sales in the areas that fostered logistical advantage and low production costs. Innovation is thus proven to be an integral part of our organization.
And now,
Services with decades of experience providing consistent, high quality, cost-effective and reliable services recognizes and embraces changing societal, governmental, and customer expectations of environmentally sustainable industrial production. In fact, many customers now insist on trading with companies that can boast of green credentials in their industrial processes. In this quest to improve our efficiency and production quality, St. Lucia Linen Services has progressively replaced inefficient machinery with energy-efficient machinery with the expectation of significant savings in power consumption. We utilize a new generation of industrial batch washer that is capable of recycling 60% of the water from the wash processes while integrating a heat recovery system that uses heat from the waste flow to reheat the incoming water. Dryers have been installed that should yield a 25% savings on power consumption. New energy-efficient boilers have also been installed that enable better utilization of the waste oil fuel and faster heating times. Smaller changes include the replacement of all air conditioners with inverter-driven units and a change to LED lighting both within and outside the plant. Water is a crucial input in our industrial processes and is used to make steam and for the washing and drying processes. Water reuse and rainwater harvesting are part of our efforts to minimize consumption and conserve millions of gallons of this precious resource. Wastewater must also be discharged at the end of the processes, and so St. Lucia Linen Services has built mini wetlands specifically for treating water in an environmentally sound but cost-effective way. St. Lucia Linen intends to expand and improve its mini wetlands and seek better ways of resource utilization, such as further innovations in water reuse. In our effort to continue innovation in our establishment and curtail cost, we embarked on the collection of waste automotive and cooking oil locally to use as an energy source. This waste oil would otherwise be problematic to deal with and would no doubt end up in our drains and on our beaches. We are able to produce 2,500 liters of combustible fuel a day from this waste sludge through a carefully monitored and managed cleaning, dewatering, and refining process. This fuel is used by boilers to produce steam for the industrial processes. St. Lucia Linen Services is also able to produce biodiesel for its delivery trucks from waste vegetable oils. We hope that these efforts help create a truly 21st century operation unrivaled in the Caribbean, and to this end, we are constantly working with and learning from other operations worldwide. Environmental protection and the use of sustainable resources benefit everyone. Done properly, it can reduce production cost while enabling the company to exhibit a good corporate social responsibility. Bottling Company Limited, a producer and distributor of carbonated and non-carbonated beverages, prioritizes an evolutionary improvement focus on all facets of its operations. To achieve this, the company has adopted an integrated management system inclusive of quality, food safety, health and safety, environment standards, HACCP, and its 4 ISO certifications. This integrated approach adopts risk management as a core component in tandem with annual business and operations planning, focusing on key performance indicators to drive productivity, quality, food safety, environmental consciousness and impact, occupational health and safety, fleet management, and customer and consumer satisfaction. The company is committed to the maintenance and continuous improvement of business practices and implementation of standards. It focuses on environmental protection, pollution prevention, prevention of injury and ill health, while remaining compliant with all applicable national and international regulations and other requirements such as scope. We continue to improve worker well-being and satisfaction in an environment encouraging teamwork, respect, and camaraderie among all tiers of the organization. AA's management engages its employees, contractors, and other relevant stakeholders to enable its management system performance and sustainable results. The company is committed to communicating the policy to all relevant employees and contractors and making available said policy to all interested parties upon request. The policy is a controlled document and will be reviewed annually or when deemed necessary.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now call on Minister for Commerce, International Trade, Investment, Enterprise Development and Consumer Affairs, Honorable Bradley Felix, to see who wins.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. I was told that I cannot escape with saying protocol having been established, so I want to recognize the Honorable Stevenson King, the Acting Prime Minister of St. Lucia, Mr. Richard Duboulay, President of the St. Lucia Manufacturers Association, our esteemed guest, Mr. Mark Maloney. I also want to recognize my Permanent Secretary and the staff of the Ministry of Commerce. Thank you very much for the work and the support so far. I want to recognize the immediate past Minister of Commerce, Ms. Emma Hippolyte. I also recognize former Minister of Commerce in the House as well, Ms. Tessa Mangal. I also want to recognize the hard work of the St. Lucia Manufacturers Association, in particular, Ms. Paula James. The past week she called me a few times. Job well done. Tonight is a night of celebration. And when I came here, while I was having my cocktails, I was informed of another reason to celebrate, and that, let me just get it here. It is an award that was given to one of our manufacturers. It's an award. Actually, it's a competition that is held in Austria every year. It's a World Spirits Award. And I want us to take our hats off and congratulate St. Lucia Distillers for winning the following: Chairman Reserve Gold, Chairman Spice Gold, Chairman's Forgotten Cask Gold, 1931 6th edition Gold, and Spirit of the Year. And St. Lucia Distillery also got Distillery of the Year, and that is among spirits from around the world. So hats off to St. Lucia Distillers. I think we should also give a resounding round of applause for our very own Laverne Spencer for making us very proud. So the Manufacturers Association and the other corporate sponsors in the house tonight, when the young sports personalities come and look for a little sponsorship, you see where it can go. All right? I was told that I have to say a few words, so I will say a few words. The fact that this is the 4th edition of this event, which by all indications is growing from strength to strength, is testament to your commitment and dedication to the pursuit of excellence and enhanced competitiveness in St. Lucia. It bears testament to the attainment of high quality standards, to the goals, processes, and services that you provide. Tonight's dinner and awards ceremony is essentially an event to commend and congratulate those manufacturing enterprises that have been judged to have performed the best among their peers and fellow competitors based on the criteria that you have set out to evaluate and select your awardees. Accordingly, I wish to thank the various firms that have responded to the challenge and have participated or have nominated as potential winners in the various award categories. I wish to encourage all of you to continue to strive for higher quality standards as a mantra and a motto of your respective companies. If you have not been judged as the overall winner, don't be dismayed, but continue to strive for higher ideals in terms of quality and standards. We are all better off as a result of the quality improvements that you have made in seeking to win the title as the Diamond, Platinum, or Gold Award. Indeed, your participation and implementation of the various initiatives make all of us winners and more competitive as a sector and country. This, of course, is the ultimate objective of this prestigious event. Importantly, we need to see this award ceremony as part of a wider process of trying to build and engender in our country, and in our particular, the manufacturing sector, as well as corresponding services sector, a culture of high quality products and services. Why do we need to place such a premium and attach so much importance to quality? The short answer is because we have no other choice. Our very survival and competitiveness in this era of globalization depends on it, whether we are a small country or a big country. Therefore, as a country and as a sector, we must aspire to become not just nationally or regionally, but globally competitive through the attainment of higher quality standards and our products. I must say that in recent years we are seeing a manufacturing sector that has undertaken significant upgrades in plant and machinery, high levels of certification and standards, HACCP compliance, and in some cases a bigger footprint in the OECS and the wider regional market in terms of exports. Hence, despite the well-known challenges faced by the manufacturing sector, such as high production costs, driven by high costs of inputs and especially energy, cash flow pressures and logistical delays from suppliers, the sector continues to demonstrate an admirable tenacity and resilience, which was reflected in real growth estimate at 3% over the last year. The expansion in output has been credited to increased activity in the food, beverage, and fabricated metal subsectors, which together accounted for an estimated 73% of total value of output in 2017. As a result, the manufacturing sector as a whole contributed 5.6% to GDP, which amounted to an injection of approximately EC $171 million into the economy in 2017. Well done to all of you. Over the last year, I have observed a number of encouraging signs which fills me with renewed optimism for the future. To a large extent, the sector's performance in 2017 is the combined impact of a number of initiatives and policy actions, including the well-known Article 164 regime, which protects many of our products. As you may know, this regime comes up for review later this year, and we will be doing all in our means, with your help, to seek to extend the life of this regime for a little bit longer. Some of my optimism also comes from a growing number of young entrepreneurs with their micro-scale operations and innovative products that have joined the rank of SMA after processing by our SEDU department. Unfortunately, many of them operate from their homes or in sub-ideal locations where the demanding standards to gain market access or shelf space in export markets cannot be met. However, as I indicated in my budget presentation, discussions are at an advanced stage with Invest St. Lucia to allocate an appropriately retrofitted factory shell to serve as an incubator for these young manufacturers. Further, the application of VAT on raw material inputs, an issue that has long dogged manufacturers, has been addressed with the introduction of the deferred payment of VAT system in November last year. In essence, the cash flow implications from the application of VAT on raw material inputs and capital equipment has been addressed. So I will move on to innovation, which is the award that I'm responsible for giving out this year. Given that the Minister's Award for Innovation, I will focus the remainder of my address to you this evening on the importance of innovation to business success. As a small, vulnerable, and resource-limited country with inherently constrained productive sectors, our success and overall competitiveness will ultimately depend mostly on innovation or our creativity and ability to add value to the products and services that we present to the market. And I think Mr. Maloney addressed it very well in his presentation. We typically do not have the resources to allocate large sums to research and development on new products. However, we can take the newly developed products and tweak them and make various changes and adaptations that better suit the taste and preference of niche markets or consumers in general, thereby enhancing the value and attractiveness of our product offerings. This is exactly what China and some other countries have and continue to do so well, albeit with some more resources. We need to do the same within our limited means and a smaller scale. We must also learn to partner with others if necessary to bring innovations to fruition and to market. It is innovation that helps to overcome the trap of diminishing returns to scale by rejuvenating mature or dying products and breathing new life into them, thereby stimulating economic growth in the process. Innovation in terms of technical change or how we do something has been a major driver of economic growth in the world. We just need to look at the numerous 1-800 products all sold for US $19.99 plus shipping and handling in the US. I think that the Tiffy Zouk ladies handbag is one example of that creative thinking and innovation that we can build on. In closing, I wish to commend the St. Lucia Manufacturers Association and its members for a relatively good year in which the early indications of a retooled, revamped, and more competitive and dynamic manufacturing sector seem to be emerging. I would like to encourage you all to continue to keep the faith and fight the good fight. The Department of Commerce will continue to do battle with you. Let us move forward with innovation as our mantra and source of our competitive edge. Okay. So the Minister's Award for Innovation is based on the criteria and the description, and we all heard the nominees being St. Lucia Linen, Barron's Food Limited, Duboulet's Bottling. Which one will it be? And I had no hand in that. And the winner of the Minister's Award for Innovation goes to St. Lucia Linen Service Limited.
Unknown to the minister, he has to remain a little bit longer. He will be making a presentation. And folks, it really gives me great pleasure to read this here. Success and longevity are hallmarks which historically have seemingly graced few family businesses in St. Lucia. However, there is no doubt that in Duboulet Bottling Company Limited, we have an obvious winner at the forefront of our island's manufacturing industry. Similarly, there is little doubt that the company's guiding philosophy of producing products of the highest quality with the most economical pricing in order to attain the highest levels of consumer service and satisfaction, while simultaneously providing an enjoyable and challenging environment for all employees, has been pivotal to its decidedly successful journey through these many years. Having been inspired by the humble, though famous, family ice factory of former times, DBC, as it is popularly known, commenced its own modest production on March 1st, 1972, with unbridled optimism and dedication, and has continued to grow steadily from strength to strength in the ensuing decades, from returnable glass bottles of the 12-ounce variety of its very own icy flavors in March of 1972, to the acquisition of the 7-Up franchise in 1973, to acquiring the Coca-Cola franchise in 1982, to an expanded assortment of international products in a variety of modern plastic packages. Dubele Bottling's leaders are unequivocal in their belief that their system of quality, international standards, and best manufacturing practices, which operates across the entire line of products and across every stage of production, coupled with keeping abreast of the latest technology, are core principles which have served the company well. From a staff complement of 12 in 1972 to near 120 currently serving the local and regional export market, with FSSC 22000 food certification and adherence to a number of other ISO requirements, as well as national and regional laws and regulations, the company is all about continued development and the pursuit of excellence, and has captured a slew of awards in a range of categories, demonstrating its superior reputation across the board. The company has also been recognized by the SMA for its implementation of standards and best practices. In 2016, the company received 5 Diamond Awards, the Commerce, Business Development, Investment, and Consumer Affairs Minister's Award for Innovation for the 2nd consecutive ceremony, and also the Lawson Cauldron Eco-Manufacturing Award, testimony to the company's environmental awareness and best practices as evidenced in its green initiatives, not least of which is its ongoing investment in a water treatment plant to treat all wastewater emanating from its manufacturing processes. And topping it all, at the Caribbean Investment Summit's Regional Investor Awards in Miami, Florida in May of 2016, the company emerged as winner of the Investor of the Year category. Tonight, as we reflect on the past 45 years, the Dubele brothers must look back with immense satisfaction at their sterling progress and development through the years, and more so, their well-acknowledged generosity in giving back to the community of St. Lucia, in which they are a household name on the lips of both adults and youth alike, being hailed as caring corporate citizens and recognized and respected for their undeniably solid sponsorship of local sports, education, the arts and craft sector, and a variety of human development causes. Standing at the top of this moment, this evening, we honor not one, but 2 business stalwarts, both of whom have since retired from DBC, but nevertheless are still very active in the business arena, focusing on the development of major new and challenging business ventures, dominant, influential, and leading the way in their relentless pursuit of the creation of new opportunities and the prospects of a better and a brighter tomorrow. Gentlemen, Dunstan Dubele and Tony Dubele, please take a bow. The St. Lucia Manufacturers Association proudly salutes you. Gentlemen, please come up to the stage. That goes to Tony and Dunstan.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, let me say how deeply honored we are to receive this prestigious award from the SMA in recognition of our contribution to the manufacturing sector over the past 45 years, and which we graciously accept with the utmost pride, joy, and humility. It has been a long journey, not always easy, Just like in all businesses, particularly in the manufacturing sector, there were numerous challenges along the way. The secret of our success was having the foresight and vision to identify the opportunities within those challenges and to take maximum advantage of each and every one of them. We entered the manufacturing arena as a small, insignificant enterprise with a small, modest manufacturing facility comprising 1 truck and 12 members of staff. Those statistics had evolved to a fleet of 17 vehicles and a staff count in the region of 120 when we celebrated our 45th anniversary. During those years, it is true to say that to arrive at those statistics, we had acquired both the bottling operations in St. Lucia. When we started, we had no franchise. We started with our flavors, and over the years, we acquired both the other operations and consolidated them into our own operations. The company has been recognized not only as one of the top innovative investors in the Caribbean, but also one of the largest and most successful world-class indigenous manufacturing facilities in the Eastern Caribbean. And just to give you an idea of the evolution, when we started production in 1972, our production for the year was 80,000 unit cases. When we celebrated our 45th year of doing business, our production was in the region of 2.5 million unit cases. This is an achievement of which we are extremely proud, particularly having played significant roles in such a unique success story. Now, I say this particularly for the young entrepreneurs of the SMA. You know, when we started many years ago, as the guest speaker said, it wasn't easy to go to banks and get money to set up your business. You know, it was very difficult, and financing was very slow in forthcoming, if at all. So tremendous sacrifices were made over these years to do what we have to do and to get where we are today. So, you know, all you young entrepreneurs, you have to bear one thing in mind. Once you set your goals on what you want to do, once you're prepared to persist, to persevere, and you have the necessary determination, nothing can stop you but yourself. Apart from these achievements, I think we are equally proud of the fact that while investing substantially in the development of our business and the advancement of our operations, we have always been a good corporate citizen by investing substantially in the development of sports, cultural, educational, and other social activities in St. Lucia. Both of us have over the years served on numerous boards and statutory authorities, which was one of our ways of giving back to the community that has been so good to us during those years. Having recorded these achievements, the next stage of our evolution was the merger of DBC and the Heineken Brewery, WLBL. Most probably two of the largest and most successful companies in St. Lucia. Both companies are family-owned, similar values, have much in common, and both contribute significantly to the economic, educational, social, and cultural development of the country. The combination of these two companies and the pooling of their resources will further strengthen them to become more sustainable, more competitive, and to make a greater contribution to the economic development of St. Lucia and the wider Caribbean. At this point, I wish to express our sincere gratitude and appreciation and thanks to the executive and members of the St. Lucia Manufacturers Association for recognizing our long-standing contribution to the manufacturing sector. We can assure you that the memories of this special evening will be with us for many years to come. We thank and congratulate the St. Lucia Manufacturers Association for staging yet another successful Quality Awards ceremony and wish you the very best as we continue our journey into 2018. I thank you.
Tony, so now as you all join with the brewery, I'm just asking a question. Do I have to face the meter maids that the mayor put in town and pay money because my parking spot, I ain't a parking spot by you all anymore, guys?
I will put you in the hands of the mayor.
Round of applause, folks. Two very, very deserving awards, Johnson and Tony. I now call on the president of the St. Lucia Manufacturers Association, Mr. Richard Duboulet, as he will make some special presentations for recognition of past presidents who have contributed significantly to the growth and development of the association. For recognition of dedicated service to the SMA, the following are being recognized and rewarded tonight. Mr. Roston Taylor, past president. Mrs. Paula Cauldron, past president. For recognition of dedicated service to the St. Lucia Manufacturers Association. Mr. Ronald Ramjatan, another past president. Miss Paula James herself, executive director. What hard work tonight. Special thanks to Mr. Mark Maloney, our guest speaker tonight. Now we call Mrs. Margaret Daisy, the first vice president of the SMA, to present a thank you award. Now we invite the SMA president to please remain on stage as I invite, the Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Stephenson King, to please join them on the stage where we have the video will now show the 2018 President's Award for Excellence. And this is being awarded to the company that attained the highest score for its overall performance in all 5 categories.
And now, the nominees for the Excellence Award. Baron Food St. Lucia Limited. Caribbean Awning Production Company Limited. And Duboulet Bottling Company Limited.
Yes, we now call on the Acting Prime Minister, Honorable Stephenson King, Deputy, who will be here, as we have now the President, Mr. Duboulet, will announce the award presented by the Honorable Prime Minister, Deputy Prime Minister.
And the winner is Baron Foods St. Lucia.